You're listening to the Shaun of the South podcast, brought to you by Food City, dedicated to providing you, their valued customer, with top quality products at the best value every day. From certified Angus beef to locally grown produce and in-store made baked goods, nobody does food like Food City. Find a store conveniently located near you at foodcity.com. Shaun of the South starts now. The following story is true. A little boy entered into a country church unannounced. It was a weekday. The rural chapel had clapboards and a tin roof, and it was the kind of church that, until a few years ago, only had a window unit AC. The boy greeted the church secretary, and he asked if he could speak with the minister. When the young man entered the preacher's office, the minister was at his desk, looking at the boy. The preacher was old. He'd been preaching since the Vietnam War was only a rumor. He's seen a lot of things in his day, including the death of a spouse and the death of a firstborn. "What can I help you with, son?" he said. "I need your help." "What kind of help?" "It's my dog. She just died." The old man looked at the boy. The child had clearly been crying. His eyes were pink and red. "When did your dog die, son?" "Last night. She was my best friend." The preacher did not know what to say. The boy said, "I got her from a shelter when I was a baby, and she stuck with me when my dad walked out on my mom. And I fed her from the table even though I wasn't supposed to, and that's why she was so fat." The preacher smiled. "Oh, it's my fault, preacher," the boy said as he cried. "I left the back gate open and she got out, and she ran out into the road and a car hit her. And when my mom was coming home from work, she found her on the highway." The preacher hugged the child. "I want a funeral for her," the boy said. "The best funeral ever. I want you to preach and sing and do all you normally do for everybody else." The boy reached into his little blue jeans and removed a wad of cash. He placed it on the preacher's desk. He said, "Will you do it, Pastor?" The next morning, the preacher showed up to the little boy's house. There were 2 other children in attendance. The preacher wore a necktie. The old man stood before a new hole in the ground. Nearby, he saw a shovel still sticking out of the dirt. The dog was enshrouded in a Star Wars pillowcase. The old man read through the 23rd Psalm. He delivered the same sermon he's given at 1,000,001 funerals, including the funeral of his own wife. He began to weep as he recited, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." And the little boy stood beside the grave wearing a brave face. When service was over, they all had lemonade and little crustless sandwiches that his mom made. The old man sat on the porch beside the boy. He just kept looking at that big hole in the ground. The little boy said, "Preacher, do you think dogs go to heaven?" "No, son," the old man said. "I don't think. I know." Well, thanks for listening to Sean of the South. I've been your host today, Sean Dietrich, and it has been a true privilege. To find out anything more about what I do, you can visit SeanDietrich.com, or for those who are not particularly good spellers, you can visit SeanOfTheSouth.com, and there you can find out all sorts of information that you didn't know you didn't need to know about me. And while you're there, I hope you take the time to drop me a line. Tell me what's important to you. Tell me what's going on in your life. I'd like to hear it. And in case anyone hadn't told you today already, I love you. Now go say that to somebody else. Have a great day.